Practices. Explanation of the practices. Swara Yoga is just one of the ways to experience the more subtle aspects of your being. It is a process of self-analysis to be incorporated into your daily life and should be utilized with other spiritual practices in order to enhance, understand, and control the mundane experiences. This is not a path of blind faith, nor it is a path for the superstitious. It is a path for those who are seekers, and seekers can never be blind followers. They search, analyze, and come to their own realizations, ultimately to find the truth of existence. Recognizing the Swara. Recognizing the active Swara is a simple process. Exhale into the palm of the hand and you will feel a stronger current flow from the open nostril. If you are still unsure after testing this way, then close one nostril and breathe out through the other. Listen for a difference in the pitch of right and left exhalation. The deeper sound indicates the open nostril, the higher pitch indicates the closed. Sometimes, both nostrils flow equally and you cannot differentiate whether the right or left is predominant. This is the flow of Sushumna or Shunya Swara. Length of the prana. When you are examining which nostril is active at different times during the day, you will notice that the length of the breath alters. Sometimes it is longer or shorter. According to the Swara Shastras, the aim of the practice is to reduce the length of the exhaled breath so that more prana is retained in the body. The Swara Shastras give the length of the natural expiration during particular activities. The distance is given in the measurement of an angula or one finger's breadth. Of course, measurements are given for the normal healthy person, but other factors of age, weight, height, etc. should also be taken into consideration. The natural length is 7 to 12 angulas. During states of emotion and excitement, 12 to 36 angulas. While singing, 16 angulas, vomiting 18, eating 20, walking 24 angulas, sleeping 30 angulas, exercise and copulation 36 angulas, strenuous physical exertion 36 to 100 angulas. During the day, spontaneous emphasis is on inhalation. People with weak constitutions project the expiration to a longer distance. If the breath extends further than 8 inches while lying flat, excess energy is being released. The Shiva Sarodaya recommends the practice of pranayama to help develop, regulate, and control the length of the prana. Swara Yoga specifies the use of Nadi Shodhana for gaining awareness and control over the Swara. Nadi Shodhana is a method of alternate nostril breathing. The Shiva Sarodaya says one should first breathe in through the lunar Swara and then out through the solar Swara and repeat the process from the solar Swara. Normally, inspiration and expiration comes and goes in unequal proportions. Either inspiration is not full and expiration very long, or vice versa. This shows there is an imbalance of prana in the nadis. Rhythmic breathing in and out has to be established for accurate practice of Swara Yoga. During pranayama, if you are not accustomed to subtle breathing, you will retain the breath and then exhale or inhale too forcefully. This has to be kept in mind during natural breathing as well as pranayama practice. The speed of inhalation and exhalation is the next important point. It should be consistent. For example, when you are tired, inhalation is deep and slow. Exhalation is quick. When you are not tired, you may inhale quickly and exhale slowly and deeply. This is inconsistency in the breathing and creates uneven waves of physical and mental energy which disturbs the mind and body. Therefore, consistency is most essential. Besides consistency, there must be uniformity in the breath. Many people breathe in and out with a slight jerk. The breath should be smooth and uniform without any stopping or jerking. Working with the active Swara. During the flow of Ida or Pingala, certain actions are considered more appropriate than others. When Ida flows, it is Shubha, auspicious, or the right time for drinking water or urinating, getting out of the bed, calm and silent work, especially that which requires mental creativity, purchasing jewelry, charity and helping others, settling disagreements, approaching those in senior positions, religious practices, ceremonies, marriage and initiation of any sort, mantra sadhana, meeting the Guru, a long journey, sowing seeds, anything to do with medicine and treatment of diseases, singing, playing, composing or listening to music, women to participate in sexual relations. The overheating and undercooling of the body can be rectified by a correct sleeping position at night. If there is too much heat in the body, lying on the right side can help cool it. Conversely, when the body is excessively cold, lying on the left side can help to warm it. During a fever, the active Pingala nostril should be purposely blocked to balance the temperature. During the flow of Pingala, it is auspicious for physical activity and hard work, eating, drinking alcohol, and evacuating the bowels, risky and heroic feats, warfare and challenging ventures, Shat Karma, Kunjalakriya, etc. intellectual study, mathematics, etc. Agriculture, buying and selling, commerce, travel, opposition, resistance, accusing or sentencing, riding on horseback, motorbikes, etc. Meant to engage in sexual intercourse or attracting women. When the swara is flowing through both nostrils and sushumna or the shunya swara is active, it is better to do work which requires minimum exertion or attention. Shunya indicates the state of mind aroused when sushumna is stimulated. Swara, key to health. The state of our body and mind is reflected in the alteration of swara cycles. If either nadi predominates for too long, it is a sign or warning that one of the branches of the autonomic nervous system is being overstressed and only one of the brain hemispheres is being fully utilized. If either flows for a long time beyond the normal schedule, this signifies some imbalance in the mind. Or if Pingala flows beyond schedule, there is some sort of imbalance in the pranic body. When the physical and mental energies are unbalanced, the personality is only half developed and sickness of some type is inevitable. The Shiva Swarodaya advises that for good health, sadhaka and yogi should maximize the flow of Ida during the day and flow of Pingala at night. Timing the Swara. According to the Shiva Swarodaya, the active nadi flows for 2.5 ghati, which is equivalent to 60 minutes. Thereafter Sushumna functions for 1 to 4 minutes and then the other nadi begins to operate. Neurologists have found the same sequence in brain hemisphere activity. One hemisphere remains active for 60 to 90 minutes. When the cycle is complete, there is a transfer of energy to the other hemisphere through a thin sheet of membrane called as the corpus callosum over a period of 1 to 4 minutes. Science has also found that the brain hemispheres control breathing in right and left nostrils. To know the exact time when Ida Pingala become active, you will need to be acquainted with moon phases during the first 14 tithis or lunar cycles, which extends from the new moon to the full moon. The moon waxes and becomes fuller. This is called Shukla Paksha or bright fortnight. Shukla means white and Paksha means fortnight. On the 15th tithi, the moon is full. This is called Purnima. During the next 14 tithis of the cycle, between full moon and new moon, the moon wanes and becomes darker. This is known as Krishna Paksha. Krishna means black. On the 15th tithi, called Amavasya, there is no moon. In the Swara cycle, Surya Nadi or Pingala becomes active at sunrise during Krishna Paksha on tithis 1 to 3, 7 to 9 and 13 to 15. Thereafter, Ida and Pingala function alternately in 60 to 90 minute cycles throughout the day until at sunset. Chandranadi Ida begins to function on the specified days. On tithis 4 to 6, 10 to 12 of Krishna Paksha, the Chandranadi flows at sunrise and Surya Nadi at sunset. During Shukla Paksha, we see the reverse. The Shiva Swarodaya says the same and further specifies the times when tasks are either Shubha or Ashubha, auspicious or inauspicious, readjusting the Swara. If the right or left Swara happens to function out of synchronization with the solar lunar cycles, then any one of the following methods can be used to readjust the cycle. 1. Close the active nostril with either your finger or a piece of cotton wool and breathe through the inactive nostril for 5 to 10 minutes. 2. Inhale through the active nostril and exhale through the inactive nostril. 3. Apply pressure to the armpit on the same side as the active nostril. After some time, the opposite nostril will become activated. For this purpose, the yogis have a stick called the Yoga Danda, which they rest in the armpit. Or you can sit in Vajrasana and place the left hand in the right armpit and right hand in the left armpit. This is called Padadhirasana. By altering pressure of the hands, you can either regulate the flow or change it completely. 4. Lie on the same side as the active Swara. In this position, you can also use any of the first 3 methods. The external environment also influences nasal activities. A sudden blast of hot or cold air or wind can change the Swara. Washing the body or just the face in extremely hot or cold water automatically changes the flow. 6. The type of food consumed will also affect Ida or Pingala. Foods which heat the body, such as pepper, chili powder, and ginger, directly stimulate Surya Nadi, whereas food which cool the system, such as yogurt and bananas, activate Chandra Nadi.